David, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay. Let's go back to 2010 when you got that scholarship offer at the age of 13. How did that change your life?
Well, honestly, I mean, it at the time it was so new to everyone, and it didn't happen really that much. So no one, not that many people knew what to expect, and social media wasn't as big back then and everything. And I went to a small private school, so it wasn't like it was, a lot of people really knew what was going on. But definitely got a lot of national exposure and everything, which really kind of made it seem like it was bigger than what I thought it was. But it really did change my life a lot. And put me in the situation that I am now and prepare me for the situation I'm in now.
But I wondered, and I don't like when schools do this to a kid and you're a kid, you're 13. And, they said it was a real offer, but it changes. It may not change you as much as it changes what others think of you. And now all of a sudden there's a bullseye on you that, you're the guy who got the scholarship at USC. I was wondering, did it affect your development at all to get a scholarship offer at 13?
I definitely think it put a target on my back coming up through high school. Just every team that we were playing against, the student section was always, kind of after me, and everybody kind of wanted to take me out. So it definitely put a little bit of a target on my back. But I had really, really great parents that raised me and, taught me how to really, no matter what's going on in your life, to be able to, stay level-headed. And that's really what I think, kept me through, what the highs of, getting offered in seventh grade, but being able to remain humble through all of high school and college.
But you go from being a quarterback to a wide receiver. How tough was that decision to make? Because here you are getting a scholarship at 13 to play quarterback at USC, and now all of a sudden you're trying to figure out another position to play.
Yeah, it was really tough at the time. When I got switched my freshman year, I didn't really want to. I said I'd go play receiver, to help the team, but it's not what I wanted to do, and actually ended up leaving West Virginia my freshman year, to go play quarterback at a junior college. And it took me a little bit to realize that I wasn't going to be able to play Division I college football at a high level at the quarterback position. And then after I realized that, it took me a little bit longer to realize than probably should have. But once I realized that I wasn't going to be able to do that, I was all in to play receiver. And, that's really what the last 2 years have been about.
But you put up great numbers here. That 33 touchdown receptions in the last 2 years. I mean, that's impressive. Where do you stand as far as the draft goes? Because the last thing I saw was maybe you'd be a third or fourth round pick. What are you hearing?
Yeah, so pretty much around there as well. You never really know what the teams are thinking in-house, because that stuff really doesn't get released much to the media. So it's tough because on draft day, guys on other people's boards end up going, and everybody's scrambling for what they need and who they want. So it's really tough to tell. Now it's at a point where put in all the work, did the Senior Bowl, the Combine, Pro Day, and all the interviews in between. Now it's just time to wait and figure out where you're going to be playing, and then be ready for rookie minicamp, because that, a lot of guys think that's not after Pro Day. You can kind of chill out for a little bit, but rookie minicamp is literally right around the corner after you get drafted.
He's David Sills, the former West Virginia wideout. Best interview that you had was with which team?
I liked my interview with Coach Tomlin down at the Senior Bowl. Met with the Steelers' whole staff, and that was a good interview. Talked for about 30 minutes and everything down there. So he was a really cool guy, very personable. So talking to him was very enjoyable.
Well, what'd you run the 40 in?
I ran a 4.57.
All right, it's not pedestrian. Where's that kind of match up with? Are you more quick than fast?
I think I could have ran probably a little bit of better 40. I was, testing at a better 40 than what I, had at the combine. But, I think I'm able to build up speed, and there's so much technique that goes into the 40 that if you breathe the wrong way, then you're going to add 0.2 to your 40. So, it's a weird form of measuring speed. Because slow guys can run fast and fast guys, can run slow, because it's all based on technique and your start and everything like that. So obviously fast guys have better chances to run fast times, but, if your technique is messed up and you're fast, you can still run a slow time.
Well, David, good luck. It's certainly been an interesting journey, and be nice to hear your name called there, whether not going to be on Thursday, but if you get the call on Friday and get a chance to go in and prove yourself again, you've been down this road before. So good luck with that. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. I really appreciate you having me on.
It's David Sills, the fifth.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV, stream for free on BR Live, or download the Dan Patrick Show app.